Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. It's moments before 6:30. Canada is looking to win its 4th straight gold medal in women's hockey this morning. And just like in Vancouver 4 years ago, they'll be up against the U.S. Lots of people going to be late for work this morning watching the game on TV. Greg Harper is live in downtown Vancouver with more on that. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Yeah, here at Granville in Georgia, we've determined this is an area where people head to work. How much work is going to be done today, though? That depends on who you talk to. There's another big hockey game taking place. This time, it's the women's game that takes the stage. And once again, it's Team Canada taking on who else? Team USA for the gold. Only once has our women's national team come away with the silver. This was back in '98 in Nagano, Japan. It was gold for our women's team in Salt Lake City, in Turin, and of course in Vancouver as well. Now, Canada beat the U.S. in preliminary round action by a score of 3-2, but of course you can wash that away. None of that's going to matter today. This is going to be a war on the ice, that's for sure. One other note here, Hayley Wickenheiser, of course, one of the leaders on the team. She's just been voted into the IOC Athletes Commission, a huge honor for her as she was voted by the athletes. And the commission, what their role is they have a voice for athletes on every decision the IOC makes. She will serve 8 years and she will be sworn in at the closing ceremony on Sunday. What time does the puck drop this morning? 9 a.m. Pacific time. There's going to be lots of people watching, even though they're at work, and I might be one of them. Jody?
Bobsleigh gold meant good photo ops in downtown Vancouver last night. The Olympic cauldron was relit in honor of the Canadian victory. Whatever happens in the remaining events in Russia, the cauldron will be lit at least one more time, of course, for Sunday's closing ceremony.
That's why we came down tonight, because we knew it was going to be lit, because we won a gold. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be lit a few more times.
I was a volunteer for the 2010 Olympics here in Vancouver. I've been watching the Russian Olympics. It's great. It brings me right back.
All right, let's get to other news this morning. The death toll is rising in the Ukraine as fierce clashes continue between protesters and police. This is a live shot from near Kiev's Independence Square. The protests, which began late last year, are over whether Ukraine should grow closer to Russia or join the European Union. Today, despite a truce called by the country's president and protest leaders, the street fighting continues. The official death toll now stands at 28, including 1 police officer. The ministers of 3 top European nations are scheduled to meet with the president of the Ukraine, despite fears the meeting would be canceled over security concerns. Questions are being raised about how social services information is shared between provinces. It comes after the parents of Alex Radita were charged with first-degree murder in Calgary. The 15-year-old boy who used to live in Surrey died last year from complications due to untreated diabetes. Alex's parents were suspected of neglect here a decade ago. The boy was placed in foster care, but no charges were laid, and a judge returned Alex to his parents.
We don't know all the details yet. We absolutely have to determine how those kinds of things happen. This isn't the only case in the country where that's happened, as you know. So we have to make sure that we're connecting not just within our province between ministries, but that we're connecting between governments as well.
It was nearly 2.5 years ago when 19-year-old Maple Battaglia was fatally gunned down in Surrey. Her ex-boyfriend has now been ordered to stand trial. A preliminary hearing has wrapped for Gurjinder Dhaliwal. There's a publication ban on evidence presented, but Dhaliwal will stand trial for first-degree murder. His co-accused is Gursimar Bedi. He's charged with manslaughter. They're expected back in court in April. Maple Battaglia was gunned down outside SFU Surrey in 2011. The student and model actress was 19 years old. More scrutiny for West Vancouver Police. WorkSafe BC is looking into claims of racism, sexism, and harassment in the department. The claims come after results of an employee survey indicate low morale. West Vancouver's mayor and police board are already investigating. Earlier this week, Police Chief Peter Lepine announced he will be stepping down later this year. RCMP are investigating some new violence in Surrey last night. A man was stabbed outside an old bowling alley not far from Scott Road SkyTrain station. The victim was taken to hospital with serious injuries. No arrests have been announced. RCMP believe the attack was targeted. Quite the scene on Vancouver's west side last night. It happened at an apartment complex off Arbutus. The driver of a car lost control of vehicle, smashing through a fence and crashing into the pool area. The car flipped, but the elderly couple somehow received only minor injuries in the accident, and they seemed in good spirits when a friend snapped a picture from the hospital. A crane was needed to lift the car.